I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My family's on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent torn, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and norm when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Maybe if I unmute this microphone, y'all can hear me. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Welcome. I'm your man, Uncle Freezy. We just jumping on real quick, do a real quick video / live stream to discuss, a topic that I heard a few people mention. And, I just want to talk about it for a little bit. Right. Just talk about it for a little bit, man. We ain't trying to shock the world or nothing. Like the Atlanta Hawks is putting a beat down on the Sixers as we speak. The Atlanta Hawks are surprising people. Right. All right. So my producer's coming through. Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, party people. Let me. All right. Yeah. So our boy Hoodie Cap said he was gonna come through. I guess we'll see about that. But want to talk to y'all to see if Tom Thibodeau is the right coach for the Knicks. Is Tom Thibodeau the right coach for the Thank you, lady. Is Tom Thibodeau the right coach for the Knicks? I know we got playoff games going on. I know we got a bunch of stuff going on. But just wanted to ask this question. Because to be honest with you, I love NBA basketball, but I don't care nothing about the Hawks or the Sixers. I'd rather talk Knicks than talk about them. Just making some water. Just making some water. Just real quick. Let me check out a couple things real quick too before we really get in our bag. Let me see here. Just wanted to check out a couple things. There we go. So what's up, party people? Can y'all hear me out there? Somebody say, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So is Tom Thibodeau the right coach for our team? Is Tom Thibodeau the right coach for our team? Right? I think it's a question that needs to be asked. Let me see here. I got some kind of technical thing going on. Do I have a technical thing going on? Let me see here. I don't believe I have a technical thing going on. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? I think y'all can. I can view y'all on, for some reason. Yeah, I could see. Okay. Okay. All right. So I have a weird thing going on with StreamYard, but YouTube is popping. So we good. I didn't see y'all in the chat. For some reason, the chat is not showing up on my StreamYard link, and it usually does. And it's the reason why. It's the reason why we. But let me do this. Let me do this. So my StreamYard link is not busting. Hey, G-Man, I sent it to you already. I sent it to you in a text message, but I put it back out there for us too. So I see y'all. G-Man, what's good? Delano Steele, what's good? Ismail Rivas is in the building. What's good? I see you. Yo, Yasin is back. What's good? Warren Franklin, what's good? I see you out here. I see you out here. There we go. Now, finally, StreamYard caught up. Okay. Now we good. Now we good. Now we in a good place. Chop Low is in the building. Chop Low, where you been? Chop Low, where you been, bro? You got us nervous. Chop Low, you was going to make me drive all the way up there. G-Man! What's good?
What's good, brother? How you doing?
Hey man, it's all good, man. It's good to see you back up and around, bro.
Man, look at here. I'm gonna tell you something right now. You know, being away for like 24 hours, I was in a whole nother place. But you know, it's how good and pleasant it is for brethren to
dwell together in unity.
You know what I'm saying?
Bam.
You know what I'm saying? You already feel where I'm going, Freezy. You already feel what I'm saying. Hey,
yes, sir.
It's a great day. It's a great day. I've been missing my Knicks fan. I'm gonna tell you something happened to me today. That was kind of eye-opening, right?
Right.
So I'm down here in the Sunshine State of lovely Florida, right? We low.
Hey, low.
I need my plate, baby. I need my plate. What's going on?
Come round back, man. You already know what it is. Uncle Freezy, salute. God bless everybody. I miss y'all, man.
Yo, where my text messages at? B?
Oh, I'll be busy. Mama, you gotta take a break. Sometimes you gotta take a break from everything you're doing. I gotta listen. You know what?
Yeah. I feel you.
She cursed me out. She said, "Man, she want to do my hair. My birthday, June 12th, 6/12. You heard? I'm like, you got to do your hair. I'll be working. I gotta you always want Uncle Freezy and Sim Russell.
Yeah, I got you. I feel you. I feel you.
I'm gonna mute myself. Salute, man. God bless everybody, man. I love you, G-Man. You heard, Uncle Freezy.
Hey, much love, bro. Real love, love, bro.
My pops was like, "Oh, you mad?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm mad." He's like, "You don't want to watch ATL," and I was like, "Man, that's ATL, man." He's like, "They beating Philly." I was like, "I don't care." He's like, "Oh, you mad because they beat the Knicks?" I was like, "Yeah, I am mad."
Yeah, I am. I am salty.
I'm gonna feel about my quarters.
I ain't even watched the game. That's how mad I am.
Yeah.
I have no NBA basketball on my TV right now. You see my TV.
Yeah, that's
Queen State up here. That's how salty I am right now. But at some point I will come back down to earth and get back into the business of basketball. But what I was saying was I had to go. I'm down here in the lovely Sunshine State of Florida, right?
Right.
Which is probably about as far removed as you can get from New York City as there is in the world, unless you go to the West Coast. I don't even include that. The left coast is what I call it. But but I'm in public, doing my shopping and whatnot, trying to get some much needed supplies.
Right.
And I got the same thing I'm wearing right now, and I had my hat on, the master shirt. I'm in the little thing, and the young cashier says, "Hey, you like basketball?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do." He's like, "Are you a Knicks fan?" I'm like, "Yes, I am.
Yeah,
I am. I am." You know what I'm saying? He's like, "Well, I'm from New York. I'm from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying?" And I love the season that we had. So I'm up in. Look. First of all, you know how upset people get when you hold up the line at public? Oh my God! But we in there chopping it up, right? I say all that to say this, right? That lets me know, up close and personal, that the New York Knicks are a real thing, right?
Yes.
This is not something that just happened in the fleet of the moment. It's not fly by night. We didn't get invaded by aliens. This really happened. We really had a season where we were 41-31 and the number 4 seed in the East for the playoffs. That happened this year, like last week.
Right.
Last week.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's real. Okay, so I'm off my rant right now, Freezy. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for being on, because I'm telling you right now, without bet, one thing I could count on one hand, right? One hand. If there was a basketball game going on and the Knicks were playing, I could count on a pregame and I could count on a postgame.
Right.
Without fail.
Right.
Season's over. So now I'm out here looking for Knick content. I'm like, oh my God.
Right.
Look, I'm out here like a crackhead. I'm like, I'm like,
who gonna do something?
Yeah, I'm like, hey, look, so somebody got to come through. Hey, could we get something going? Let's talk about the weather. I don't care what we talk about, but I miss my brother. That's what I did. I miss the fellowship, crazy. I miss the fellowship, and that's the most important thing.
No doubt. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I'm with you 100% on that. The Knicks fellowship thing is real.
Oh, yeah,
right? It's real, right?
Absolutely.
Hey, so hey, pardon me if I get paused because I think I have an issue going on with StreamYard.
I got you, baby.
So it's not like that's not like I'm not paying attention.
I got you.
I'm full of attention, right? But here's the thing. So it's twofold. I spoke to Kevin Wright at 1:00
today. Okay.
I said, Kev, I want to do some stuff behind the scenes, work on the channel, improve the visibility. You know what I'm saying? Maybe work on some templates that I can send to Cornerstone Kev, like show ideas and stuff. I want to include, I don't want to get too deep into other stuff, but as an example for people, just like some template stuff in order to be a help to others, right? So I was like, yo, but I have a question. Is Tom Thibodeau the right coach for the New York Knicks?
Ooh.
And so it was to a point where I felt like it would be unfair to Knicks Nation to have this conversation behind the scenes with G-Man and Cornerstone. I'm sorry, I keep saying Cornerstone Cab. I'm talking about Hoodie Cab. Hoodie Cab
is turning over in his seat right now.
Right. I meant to say Hoodie Cab, not Cornerstone Cab. So I was like, it's not fair to have this conversation behind the scenes. Let's do it. Let's turn the mics on and talk about it. Right? Is Tom Thibodeau the right coach for the New York Knicks? Right now, in this place, in this time, is Tibbs the right guy?
Wow.
Right? All year long, we questioned a bunch of stuff.
We did.
You know, why is he not playing Frank Ntilikina? Why is Elfrid Payton still starting?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, why are we not running the pick and roll as everybody else? We didn't know at the time that they were, but the players on the court were not executing the pick and roll, which led to frustration by Tom Thibodeau, which means he had to scrap it because the players didn't want to run it. Now you run a different offense with veterans. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all these things going on, right? But on the court stuff, we blame Tom Thibodeau, period. Right?
Yeah.
We blame Tom Thibodeau for everything. All the wins and losses, and all the things, man, we're gonna blame Tom Thibodeau. Right? Like we're like, well, how come we don't run new offenses like other teams run? We want to get up and down, we want to do all that stuff, but other teams aren't built like us. Like people want us to run like the Atlanta Hawks. Well, the New York Knicks best player is a power forward, and he's a point forward. And the Atlanta Hawks best player is a point guard.
Yeah.
So of course our offense is not going to look the same.
It's gonna look different. Yeah.
It's going to look different. Our starting point guard does not want to get out and run. So of course our offense is going to look different. I mean, when it comes down to it, we had better 3-point shooting than 24 other teams in the NBA. Right? We were the 6th best 3-point shooting team in the NBA, right?
Fact. That's a fact.
Right? But the only thing about it though is we didn't run like other teams in the NBA. So they were immediate. Is that Obi Toppin? That is Obi dunking on the Hawks.
You clowning. You are clowning.
No, that's dope. That's dope.
My baby girl just bought me a Red Bull, and you know I can't have her up on the screen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
I had to put my next love in there, which is my man. You already know.
Yeah,
Obi is that dude for me. You know that.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, so G-Man, look who we got in the building. Watch this. So for one, I'm gonna guess that he has a robe on. 2, I'm gonna guess he in the bed. 3, I'm gonna guess he eating. And 4, you already know he late.
It's got to be Hoodie Care. It's got to be Hoodie Care.
Oh,
there we go. First of all,
salute.
Let me give acknowledgement to the fact that you are semi in the upright position and the sun's still up. I'm impressed by that first and foremost. But thank you, Hoodie Care, for gracing us with your presence. I know this is outside the norm because normally this time of day you are either asleep or debating about whether or not you're going to work. One of the two. One of those two things. So thank you for being here with us. You know, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. Thank you very much. You know what I'm saying?
And I want to thank you as well. Because I love you. God bless you. And you really tall, like they say. When I saw the picture that Freezy threw, I was like, oh my God, this guy really is. And then you look like Tim Thomas. God bless you, my brother. I love you.
All righty. Well, 1, on a normal day, I would have been up. 2, there's no debate if I'm going to work. I'm going.
Oh, yeah. I know that.
I wish there was a debate. I wish, but I don't feel like going today. I guess all my subordinates feel that way. Not me though.
I've been down for the past couple of days, Uncle Freezy, Sergeant G-Man, Hoodie Cap. I've been down. So how you feel?
So when you say you've been down, is that or
disappointed?
Okay. Because
like
when you say you've been down, I'm thinking that it's a health issue. Then I'm concerned. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, sir. Listen, sir. When you need me, Sarge. I'm a, okay. But
all right.
I just been like.
I just want to make sure you good. So from a disappointment standpoint, I get where you're coming from. Like I just told Freezy, man, it's like this, right? When we had the season going on, I was guaranteed to have either 4 or 5 outlets that I could get a pregame show, and then automatically I'm gonna get a postgame show, right? But now the Knicks are no longer playing basketball. So there's a void out there for me right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like
So you going through withdrawals then right now? Like, hold up.
I feel like
I don't want to watch these other games.
But look at my TV, Chop. Look at my TV.
It's off. It's usually on. It's usually.
That's a 65-inch screen TV that has nothing on it right now. And there's basketball games going on right now, I promise you. But
right now, Philly, I told you, my pops was like, oh, you know what? I was like, listen, man, I don't want to watch. He's like, oh, you mad because ATL beat the Knicks? I was like, yeah, I'm mad. I was like, I hate Trey Young's hairline. I'm going back upstairs. I'm going back to my man cave. Going back to my house.
I feel a certain kind of way right now. You know what I'm saying? I do. I feel a certain kind of way. Kev.
Yes.
Kev been in the bed since. He look like he's been in the bed with that Blonde Orange t-shirt shit. I don't blame you. That shirt you got on is Blonde Orange chest, right?
No, this is just a white Levi shirt.
Oh.
Levi. So I hope you got a pillow up behind your head, because that daggone headboard you got going on right there.
Yeah, this ain't a plush headboard like I was in the hotel.
No, it's not at all. I'm like,
you couldn't sneak that plush headboard out. You know how people always take the towels and the robe from the hotel, the soaps.
I took a robe. That's what I'm really talking about. I took a robe. I would have took both of them, but I couldn't fit both of them in my suitcase. Because they're the good, expensive robes. I was like, I gotta have one of these.
That made me think about the movie with Eddie Murphy. Remember, he got the robes with the in the movie.
Beverly Hills Cop.
And Damian Wayne gave him the bananas. What movie is that? But you know what I'm talking about.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Let me tell you a sad thing, though, right? And I truly and honestly believe this. Kev, how many times in your lifetime, before you went to the hotel and felt like that you needed to fulfill your robe requirement, your robe quota, do you actually wear a robe in your house? You live by yourself, in your house, by yourself. So how often do you wear a robe?
I used to wear one. I used to have one like some years
You're gonna bring
ago.
Uncle Freezy back in?
Like some years ago, I used to have one. I don't know where it went. It got lost on a shuffle somewhere. I think somebody took it.
Uncle Freezy's gonna say his maids probably took it and sold it on eBay. Because that's hoodie Kev. You know how much money this worth?
This is hoodie Kev paraphernalia. I'm selling it on eBay. Get the hoodie Kev paraphernalia now. It's gonna be worth something as we go down the line. I'm telling you, because he's gonna be somebody. You better get it there. Get it while it's hot. Get it while it's hot.
Get it while it's hot.
You know, it's weird. I'm watching the Hawks and the 76ers game, and I think to myself, I was like, literally,
Philly's trying to come back.
A week ago right now, we were in a suite in Atlanta. Literally, think about this. Exactly 1 week ago right now, we were all in Atlanta. I was eating the cookies and drinking Cokes back to back because I was like, what's going on?
Bam, 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 bam.
Sir.
There's some really good like chicken tenders.
Yeah, man.
This was all in the suite.
It's probably better than New York City chicken tenders and Madison Square Garden chicken tenders. It's probably lemon pepper chicken tenders.
I never asked this question, right? Because we've been talking about a whole bunch of other things, but I know you are very adamant. I'm talking to Kev now. You are very adamant.
Yes,
go ahead and yawn, bro. Go ahead. Let it out. Don't hide it. Go ahead, let it out. Stretch. Get it out. Okay. All right. So you were very adamant about this doggone golf machine that was in the suite. Did you play golf in the suite?
I did.
How did you do?
I did. It was all right. It's funny because we had like what, 3 attendants? We had one attendant just for the simulator room.
Yep.
We had another attendant for, I guess, the refill
of the drinks.
Accommodations.
The drinks.
Accommodations or whatever. Yeah, food.
Yeah.
And then we had just like another, like, I guess, arena attendant.
Right.
Yeah. And then we had another lady coming in. She was on that trash boy. If you left some trash out, she was getting it.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, she was like, y'all messy as hell. She was an older lady. G-Man, she did something and it freaked me out, right? She was standing by the trash can,
right?
And she said, "No, the recycles go in recycle. The trash go in the trash." And then she did like this to her wig, and I was like, "Oh, no, you didn't."
What's her name? Harriet. What's her name? Harriet.
Stop.
Miss Harriet. It sounds like a Miss Harriet.
Yeah.
When you have a suite, they really go all out on their accommodations. Like, it was a very nice accommodations. Like, I couldn't have asked for more. Like you really get what you pay for.
Yeah.
So like,
Kev, you rate them. It was an A+ a service. What about that rug? You said they had a rug that says Baron's Tears. Did you really have that?
So what happened is I was wrong.
Okay.
It was when I thought when she said I have to get your the name of your group for the placement. I thought she meant like floor placement. But when she said placement, she meant like I'm gonna shout y'all out on the jumbotron.
On the jumbotron.
Wow.
Yeah. Did y'all record that? Yeah, at least did you have that on video?
No, because it was so random. We and Uncle Freezy was saying we was talking, right? And then they announced it over the PA. We like special thanks to Blowing Tears. And both of us looked up and like, Lord. And then it was on the jumbotron.
Right. And we missed it. We didn't get a chance to get the camera out.
You see, Sarge's mad. He's like, man.
like we was talking. I don't know what we were talking about. We were talking about because I think it was like a timeout or halftime or something. And we was talking about something. And then we heard on the PA, special shout out to the Blowing Tears. And we was like,
and I was like, what?
Was that during halftime?
I don't know if it was halftime or a timeout.
I think so. It might have
been. I think it was halftime.
I think it was like right coming back into like right at the end of halftime.
Yeah, because the band was playing.
Right, and players were on the court, and we were leaning up against one of the beams, looking down on the court at the players. Just saying, Hoodie Kev was probably like, Kevin Knox. I can't believe I'm in the same building as Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox. I'm only 3,000 feet away from Kevin Knox. Whatever he was saying.
I'm pretty sure it was not like that.
And then it was like a special shout out to Lawrence Tears. And I look up on the jumbotron and it's pulsing.
What?
Yeah, Lawrence Tears. The name of the channel is
y'all down in Atlanta doing big things.
And you gotta call that agent. Hoodie Kev, you gotta call that agent. I want that video or something or that clip.
I already reached out to the Atlanta Hawks PR department to see if we can get videotape of it.
Right.
And they haven't responded yet. Remember I told you about that last Sunday, Kev? Remember on the drive back, I said I'm gonna reach out to the Atlanta Hawks PR department to see if we can get a picture of that. Well, they hadn't responded back to me on Twitter, so I'm gonna try to hit them up by email this week to see if they have.
Email is probably the best way.
Yeah, I probably.
And somebody in the chat, the fans, if you have what you call it again, League Pass. So if you're watching on what you call a Philadelphia network station, maybe it's on the on their network.
Well, if you have League Pass, and League Pass doesn't play playoff games.
Oh, they don't play.
Yeah.
So if anybody's from Philly in the chat, then all right, right.
Nah, but a couple of people hit me up and said they saw it on TV.
Oh,
really? Yeah, a couple of people hit me up.
Oh, so that game was like on ABC, ESPN, one of them things.
It was national. It was a national.
It was on ABC. It was on ABC.
ABC. Okay.
Yeah.
Like this game today, right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the national.
Yeah. And so a couple of people, I think somebody hit me up on Twitter and somebody hit me up in the virtual chat and said that they saw it. Me and Kev saw it live, but us seeing it live and not being able to show y'all proof is like two different things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it surprised us because we was like, it's so random.
Right.
And it was like we didn't have time to, get our phones out to record it.
Right.
And we was like, I was like, ain't nobody gonna believe this.
Right.
but hold up. CP from Knicks Fan TV was at that game, right? I think he probably heard it because he was there too.
The game or was he at the bar?
No, he was at the game. He was at that game.
He was at the game.
Oh,
yeah.
He was at the game. Somebody probably, he probably got a hookup or something. You know how that goes. when you famous, you ain't got to pay for nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what that feel like.
Me either.
I got.
Me either. You know.
Hey, listen, man. Everybody's famous, man. Everybody's famous in your own body.
I remember that Chop Low. That's a song. So
it is, right?
But let me get back to the topic so we can chop it up about the topic. Is Tom Thibodeau the right coach for the New York Knicks?
Ooh.
And so here's the thing, right? All year long we had questions. Why is he not playing Frank and Kevin Knox?
Yep.
Right. What's wrong with these rotations? Why is Elfrid Payton still starting? Right. What why is Mitchell Robinson splitting minutes down the middle with Nerlens Noel? Right. All these questions, like how come they not featuring RJ in the offense? Right. What's the deal with Dennis Smith Jr.? Why don't they play DSJ? What's good? At least, you know what I'm saying? You going with Elfrid Payton, DSJ could give us the same thing Elfrid Payton was giving us. You know what I'm saying? But that was at the beginning of the season, right? Of course, DSJ got traded for Derrick Rose and blah, blah, blah. But we had a lot of questions about Tibbs.
We did.
I have a lot of questions about Tibbs still. I think, so just to be clear, I think Tibbs is the right coach.
Okay.
For us, right?
Right now, today.
Right today. He is the right coach for us.
Okay.
Right now, right? Because I don't think another coach would be strong-willed enough to handle the Knicks media, which can be a bear. That can be a monster just by itself.
Like Mark Berman when he started talking, asking the question, Mark Berman, like, oh.
Right. To handle that, to handle turning this thing, changing the Knicks from a rudderless organization into a culture of winning, a winning culture. That was the most important thing, right? Being able to handle a bad roster and a new front office at the same time.
Well, you said a bad roster?
Yeah, a bad roster. Yeah, because we have guys like Theo Pinson, Jared Harper that probably shouldn't even be on NBA rosters, but they on our roster.
Yep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We got to pick up two more players.
Norvell Pell is probably not an NBA player. A bunch of guys that probably shouldn't even be on a roster, but Tom Thibodeau took those guys and got this team to a 41-31 record, right? Like Reggie Bullock shouldn't be starting for nobody.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Elfrid Payton shouldn't be starting for nobody.
Another fact.
Those are bench players, right? Correct.
Right. But Tom Thibodeau took a brand new front office in their first year, right? In a COVID shortened season, right? He took a bad roster because everybody turned. Man, Rajon Rondo turned us down, bro. Rondo like, I ain't going to play for the Knicks.
Nobody want to come here.
Rondo was like, instead of being the starter for the Knicks, I would rather go be the backup for the Hawks. Think about that.
And we even see him, right? He's not even playing right now.
Nah, he played for the Clippers.
Oh, he's the Clippers. Oh, yeah, they play later. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but DJ Augustine turned us down. Jeff Teague turned us down. I mean, Fred VanVleet turned us down. All summer long, we was like, yo, I ain't gonna give Fred VanVleet $25 million. He don't deserve it. But the whole time, Fred VanVleet was like, I ain't playing for the Knicks. The Knicks are grease fire. I ain't going to play with who want to play for the Knicks.
Freezy said a grease fire.
Yeah, that's
what kind of grease fire? What? That's that Greek grease fire. That fire never burns out.
We are French fry grease fire. You know the ones you cook fries in all the time, and then the grease catch on fire. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Back when you used to work at McDonald's, you know what I'm saying? You come in and yo shit.
Hey, I worked at McDonald's too before.
Bro, and you like, yo, y'all was supposed to change the grease. Y'all was supposed to change the grease yesterday. I come in here and the grease still
like Tito my hair. That's that fire like Tito my hair, Tito.
Yeah.
So tonight.
Yeah. So it's just a bunch of stuff, and for Tibbs just to stand in the gap and manage all that stuff while all these transitions are taking place. To me, a lesser coach Unless a coach would have folded under the pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree 100% with what you just said, Freaky. But to your question, is Tibbs the right coach to lead the Knicks?
Right.
I would agree with what you said, based on where we are right now, where we came from, what he started with,
right,
what he had to work with, and then the challenges that were in front of him. Right. So, to your point, first of all, anyone that goes into the Mecca has to understand the ramifications of their surroundings. That's number one. So you not only have to go in to do your job, but you have to deal with all this outside noise and influences that's going to come in that you never ever knew had an impact on your job.
Right.
But it does. And you got to deal with that. You have to be able to put a plan in place to quell those voices, make them happy, but at the same time focus on what your mainstay is, which is managing the New York Knicks.
Right.
So right now, today, I would say that the front office did an excellent job in the hiring of Tibbs.
Right.
Although I did not agree with some of his practices along the course of the season, had questions about, why are you playing these particular players in this space? Why are you not, going into a different rotation? Why are you not allowing some of these younger players to get their shine or whatever the case may be? I had all these questions, but I truly believe that a lesser coach that was not seasoned enough would not have the mainstay to get the Knicks to where they are right now.
Right.
I say all that to say this. Right now, today, I believe where Tibbs started to where we are right now, that's a great place. He did a great job. I give him accolades. I give him flowers, roses, whatever. If you want them rare tulips that only grow on a mountaintop in Hawaii someplace once a year, I go get them those. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But, and however, there's always room for improvement.
Right.
So I say all that to say this.
Indeed, sir.
Tibbs, and I say this, I said this once before, right? I look at Tibbs in the same mind frame or the same space that I look at a Mark Jackson at Golden State.
Right.
Right. So once Mark Jackson solidified whatever was going on in Golden State, here comes Steve Kerr to take it over the finish line, right?
Oh, I got one better.
Who y'all know what it is? I bet y'all know what it is.
They the same tree though.
No, I bet
they the same tree.
I bet you. Yo, in a situation of a Ray Perkins. Anybody in here remember the name Ray Perkins?
I was not going to go
Ray
there.
Perkins, he played Seattle Supersonics, or that was Sam Perkins?
No. Ray Perkins had a defensive coordinator named Bill Parcells and a linebacker coach named Bill Belichick.
Oh, football.
And Ray Perkins took the Giants from man. Listen, when I first started watching football, the Giants were the worst team ever
in the league. Yes.
And Ray Perkins slowly built this. Ray Perkins took them to that whack 4-3 defense that they kept. Man, they were getting. The Giants defense was atrocious, right? So he slowly started adding personnel, right? Slowly started adding personnel. He was like, "Yo, our thing is not that we can't cover. We don't put pressure on the quarterback." Under them, they went from a hybrid like 4-3, 3-4, and it was like, and Bill Parcells had went to him like, "Hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Let's try this. You know what I'm saying? This, you know what I'm saying? Everybody else do it. Why not us?"
Right.
So
Bill Parcells.
And so he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna get this young linebackers coach and tell him what I want to do," and because he is like one of those dudes that whether he is in football or business, he is one that follows stuff to the letter of the law. That's right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get him and do this thing. And so Sam Perkins. See what he's saying? See Choplo? But Ray Perkins, they thing is they never had a quarterback. The Giants quarterback situation was always they were like the Jets. And then they went out and got them a quarterback. And then the next thing you know, Bill Parcells, they fire Ray Perkins and they bring in Bill Parcells And then Bill Parcells takes the linebacker coach and move him up to defensive coordinator, and the rest is history.
That's right. That's a fact. Boy, Freezy, look at you being a historian. Well, I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? It's a great thing when we can educate people on the history of a great franchise, a historic franchise like the New York Giants. That's a great thing.
And you know why I remember? Because I'm a Bears fan, right? And the Bears and the Giants were going through the same thing at the same time.
Yep.
Except our coach was a dude named Mike Ditka, and our defensive coordinator was a dude named Buddy Ryan.
Yes.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
I remember
and so the dude, Mike Ditka was on the staff, right? And Buddy Ryan was on.
My dad know everything y'all saying.
Right. And Buddy
came downstairs.
And people don't remember Buddy Ryan was on the Minnesota Vikings staff, the Purple People Eaters, right?
Yep.
He was on that staff. And so when my man came over, he bought Buddy Ryan. He was like, yo. And then he bought some of the people from the Purple People Eaters to Chicago to play in that defense. They were old and washed up, but they were smart and knew the system. Kind of like what Bill Belichick do with the Patriots. He bring in vets that know the system, sometimes over talent, right?
Yep.
But the significant thing here is Tom Thibodeau did the same thing this year with Taj Gibson and Derrick Rose, where he brought in guys that know his system, right? So they can help implement his system. So all these things tie in together. We questioned a lot. So we questioned a lot of things that Tom Thibodeau did this year, but this season here is the season that he laid the groundwork for what it is that he want to build on going forward, right?
Yeah.
But that's just me talking.
If I may say something, this Hawks 76 game is a game that it's like the never ending story. It's a game that won't end.
Wrong. He said a never ending story.
Who's winning? I don't even know who's
Atlanta's
winning.
winning right now.
Came back. Philly came back. Is a 2-point game.
Doing everything they can to say, "Here, Philadelphia, please win this game. Let us turn the ball. Let us get. Let us not be able to rebound on a missed free throw and give up a 3-point play. Let us turn the ball over like Anthony Mason trying to get the ball to Greg Anthony for Ben Simmons for an easy dunk.
Philly came
let
back.
us do everything in our power to not win this game."
Hey, Kev, you know what it reminds you of? Game 1 versus the Knicks.
Ooh.
Game 1
You
versus
saw that,
the Knicks, right?
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not even watching the game.
It's over.
You're right. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna say one thing, and it's not the fact that Joel Embiid is a monster. He is a complete monster in a class by himself.
But when he's missing,
but no, it's not that. It's Clint Capella. If the Knicks just had a bigger bodied center who can move on the court, Clint Capella would not have the impact that he had against us. And I'm not saying we need a Joel Embiid monster type of center.
No,
I'm saying we just need a big-bodied center that can put a body.
So, Hoodie Kev, let me ask you a question now. Being that you said that, remember, I used to love Kylo Quinn. Wasn't he playing overseas? Wasn't there talks about us probably trying to get him again?
Yeah, we don't need Kylo Quinn ain't doing that.
No.
Okay.
No. All right.
No.
Okay. So, I hear you, Kev, and I understand where you're going, but I'm gonna have to bring you back to center, right? So, do you believe that Tom Thibodeau is the right coach for the New York Knicks right now?
Now's your time. Now's your time to talk. You was smacking. You was talking greasy all year during the season.
He said,
and now is your time to say something. And you talk about Joel Embiid.
Okay.
I was watching the game in the moment.
No.
That's why I was in the moment with the game.
Come on.
Back to
no.
Okay, so
back over here.
I'm gonna give the people. How many people in the chat? There are 47 people watching, and there's gonna be countless people who watch this on replay.
Salute the
So I
chat. I
want
can't
y'all to
see the
give this
chat on my phone.
timestamp
God bless
exactly
everybody.
45 minutes. Tom Thibodeau is a placeholder. Tom Thibodeau is the coach that is supposed to get us from point A to point B.
Okay.
Now, is he going to get us from C to Z? No.
Okay.
Tom Thibodeau is a relic of a style of play that can no longer exist long term in the game of basketball. And a lot of it, yeah, you can say a lot of it is talent based. A lot of it is
My pops.
a lot of it is whatever. But nobody had an issue with a lot of this talent during the regular season, right? People was giving nicknames. I heard Reggie Bullets. I heard Alec Burks is
Bullet. You heard Bullet.
he's missed the fourth quarter. Alec Burks is like MJ.
Mr. R&B.
Okay. So
Hold on. Hold on.
Let the brother preach. Let the brother preach.
Nobody had an issue.
That's the collection around that side over there.
Nobody had an issue with the talent at all. We was going a 9-game winning streak. Oh man, they can't be stopped. This team is great. Remind me of the '90s Knicks, right? We get to the playoffs, and everything that Hoodie Kev said throughout the regular season came to pass. Then everybody was like, Reggie Bullett's not a starter. He's not no good. Alec Burks is inconsistent. But nothing was ever said about Tom Thibodeau, right? Nobody said that Tom Thibodeau. I remember it was probably it's in the beginning of the season, right? A few games in the beginning of the season, and they're talking to Julius Randle, and they're like, "Yeah, we've just been really focused on defense. We haven't even really practiced that much offense yet." I don't know if he meant to say that, but he legit just said he came out of his mouth, it's on tape, and said, "We haven't even really worked on that much offense yet." And I understand you want to get your defensive principles down, right? You want to get your defensive principles down, set in stone. But for you to be in the season, several games in the season, and you not really work on that many offensive concepts, and I said this time and time and time again, Tom Thibodeau, this ain't 94-95, okay? The Knicks averaged 97 points in the playoffs. And it's not like we was playing a defensive juggernaut, right? There was stretches of time. There was stretches of time in the season where the Knicks had a hard time cracking 90 in 2020, 2021. But nobody said anything about Tom Thibodeau's lack of in-game adjustments. Nobody really, they brought up his rotations, but it wasn't really hammered home.
Lack of in-game adjustments, like what?
Lack of in-game adjustments?
Because that's a false narrative. Actually, it's a lie.
That's definitely not a lie.
Yeah, it's a lie. That's what that is.
Really?
Because you are saying that an NBA head coach watched his team do something bad and not do anything. When a human being's natural instinct is when something goes bad to fix it. Like if, for instance, if you got ants right in your foot, your natural instinct is to wipe them off your foot and treat it. Right? If you see something in your house on fire, your natural instinct is to put out the fire or get somebody who can.
Have you ever seen a house on fire?
But you are saying that a professional getting paid millions of dollars watched a unit do nothing, and he stood there and did nothing, and the front office watched him do it and didn't hold him accountable. That's what you're saying.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Okay.
Because I can just talk to you.
Good, bro.
I can talk to you about last week. Things that I saw of my own. Me and you were standing next to each other and saw things of our own eyes. Standing above the court, like, hey, why this ain't this Jay Boogie was right there too.
Wait. So okay. So name what it is.
Name
adjustments.
What it is.
No. Name what the problem is that you saw.
I saw, case in point, I saw a player play 36 minutes of NBA basketball, got burned on one end repeatedly, made bonehead mistakes time and time again, came up with 0 offensive points, and yet he was able to play more.
So this ain't even about Tibbs. This is about Kevin Knox.
This ain't about Kevin Knox. No. You wanted me to hold on.
Come on, bro. Come on.
This ain't about Kevin Knox.
Last night you had your chance to talk about Kevin Knox.
This is not about Kevin Knox.
You passed the mic.
Don't do that, because what you're about to do is you're about to diminish my point.
What position?
I'm giving you an example.
We just said who he is, Julius Randle.
This isn't about Kevin Knox. He could have brought in Alex Burks. He could have subbed in Emmanuel quickly.
Right. What position?
He could have did a lot of other things. It doesn't matter, because at that point it's positionless.
It does matter.
It's positionless, because he could have used quickly. He could have used quickly.
He could have played quickly at small forward.
No, because you can move RJ to small forward. It's not like quickly can't guard. It's not
so
like
small forward.
Quickly got long arms.
No. Can RJ Barrett play the 3?
Hey, Freezy, you don't know because you took off. Hey, Hoodie was gonna make him a plate from out our VIP section when he was in that game.
What? Kev, come on, bro.
Nah, I'm just jabbing, man. He gonna make us some of them hot chicken wings, macaroni and cheese. You got that game.
I thought he was gonna jump off the balcony when he saw Kevin Knox.
Y'all out of control right now.
Hey, I was next to him. Next to him when he went in that game. Hoodie went silent.
What?
I never heard Hoodie go silent.
What?
Kev, what's good?
Kev.
Say
it ain't so. Say it ain't
I
so.
was being focused to see. Listen, what happened is
he was like, yo, he gonna pull it back when that scores.
Intent.
You gotta see Hoodie on the floor, on the court.
I was intent on watching
something. What are you doing down there?
That I saw. The video clip that I sent you, from that game. And I remember watching it in real time, thinking to myself, this is impressive.
Hey, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, a secret sauce from that booth, a sauce from that booth told me
a sauce.
A sauce. A sauce close to Hoodie Kev said Hoodie Kev had pulled his hamstring when Kevin Knox took his warm-up shirt off. What? He was like, "Oh, Knox is going to the game! Oh, my hammy!" They was like, he pulled a hammy getting to the rail.
That's crazy.
So what happened? Well, this is what happened, right?
Before you run.
So there was a timeout.
Oh, my bad.
And so, and this is what you realize when you're there in person is, and when you watch the TV is when there's a timeout, the players get kind of spread out. They're not all like in a huddle, right? So I'm watching the timeout, and you see a couple players sitting in the chairs that you know about to go in, and then I happen to notice Kevin Knox was sitting there talking to Kenny Payne. But the thing that struck me the most was he wasn't wearing his warm-up pants anymore. And I was like, why would Kevin Knox take off his warm-up pants? Why is there 2 empty seats along the chairs right here? Something. And I was like, Rob, something is going on here, Rob. Yeah, like, ain't that going on?
Right.
Hey, real quick, man. I just saw you went live, so I just want come up, you know what I'm saying, and pay my Sunday respect. Wish y'all great, man. Yo, happy Father's Day, y'all. Happy Father's Day, man.
Salute, God bless.
Happy Father's Day.
Yo,
to you, J Bug.
Happy Father's
Day. Is that today?
Crazy, G-Man.
I knew somebody was gonna jump out there and say something like that. Is that today? No, Hoodie is every day.
It's every day. every day should be Happy Father's Day because I'm a father.
Right.
365 days a year.
I just don't like to wait for
the
the calendar date to tell my mans and them that's great
Right.
fathers, Happy
Facts.
Father's Day.
Facts, brother. Facts. Hey,
But I'm getting ready to get to this Kawhi Leonard show, this Game 7, man, and just imagine him with that orange and blue on.
Orange and blue, baby.
Say it again.
Orange and blue. Yes,
Orange
sir.
and blue.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Jay Boogie just dipped. I need that jersey you got on.
Yeah, man.
I need that
body.
But there's a lot of things that Tom Thibodeau could have done better. I think this season. I mean, don't get me wrong. I give him credit for
the
what
in-game
he
adjustment. The in-game adjustment. You dodged the question. You
No,
talk about
I gave
Kevin
you.
Knox. You talk about Kevin Knox taking his pants off. But you ain't talk about Tom Thibodeau in-game adjustment.
I told you something. You the one who did. Like I said, when you was going on, I said, "Well, Uncle Freezy is going to do."
Up, take your pants off and twist around your head.
What I said was Uncle Freezy is going to diminish my point because he's going to bring up Kevin Knox to get everyone to tell. Oh, he just talking about Kevin Knox. That's what Uncle Freezy do.
No,
it does not diminish my fact that you leave players on the court that, regardless of whether they go your guns, regardless of whether, I went with them all, I'm going to war with them. If you know they ain't got no ammunition, don't send them out there on the battlefield.
No, that's not what we do.
Right.
Exactly. That's not what you do, but that's what Tom Thibodeau. You ain't got no ammunition? It's all right. You can stay out on the battlefield.
Hey, you know why, Kev? Because it's dudes like Uncle Freezy that'll go out there with a rucksack, a couple of MREs, and a bayonet. And so they call it cold steel. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They call it cold steel. That means dudes is gonna be camouflaged up, and we're going out, and we're gonna handle it in hand-to-hand combat cold steel. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't for everybody, man. I ain't gonna get into all the details of that, but what I'm saying, but dog, what you said is Tom Thibodeau didn't make adjustments. He made adjustments all year, right? He made adjustments all year. From quarter to quarter, he made adjustments. NBA coaches cannot survive if they don't make adjustments. They may not make the adjustments that you like to see or you feel like it's best as a fan, but they know these teams like the back of their head. They live, sleep, and work with these dudes. We watch these dudes at a game and speculate on social media, right? Our view is different. Like for instance, we said Tom Thibodeau didn't make any adjustments. Tom Thibodeau changed up his starting point guard in the playoffs. Is that not an adjustment? The argument was Tom Thibodeau don't make adjustments. Tom Thibodeau changed up his point guard in the playoffs.
That was a knee-jerk reaction. And I don't even know if that was in the best interest of the team or if that was a media-driven kind of thing. Because him taking Elfrid Payton out after game 2?
But that's not the point. You said he didn't make adjustments. That's what you said. You said he did not make adjustments. And now you're criticizing an adjustment that he made. So
you're trying to say that Tom Thibodeau, in your opinion, made all of the right necessary adjustments all season long? No,
what I'm saying is Tom Thibodeau was in that situation that you mentioned where he had to go cold steel. He had to go cold steel. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? He had to go cold steel with his adjustments because he didn't have the weaponry like other teams had. And you can't argue that because I have a season-long catalog of tape of you saying Reggie Bullock sucks. Alec Burks sucks. Right? You said that all season long. And if you say now that Tom Thibodeau had everything he needed, that means you're being either hypocritical or
everyone else.
No. I'm just talking about you and I. I'm talking about you and I. I'm not talking about anybody else. I'm talking about you and I.
Yeah. So
you said all year long that Reggie Bullock sucks and Alec Burks is inconsistent. And then he took exactly what you said, somebody that sucks and somebody that's inconsistent, and got them to the playoffs. So the fact that he took a bad roster to the playoffs means the dude can coach, right? And he made adjustments during the year. Here, I'll give you another adjustment. Kevin Knox was playing 20 minutes a game, right? And the team was 2 games under 500. He sat Kevin Knox and said, "You know what? You situational right now. You are not in the rotation no more." And the team wound up after Kevin Knox sat. The team wound up going 41, finishing the season 41-31 when he took Kevin Knox out of the rotation.
That is That is when I say one of the most false narrative things.
Wait. That's not a false narrative. That is actual. That's a fact. That's a fact. No.
Let's not pretend that Tom Thibodeau took Kevin Knox out of the rotation and that immediately fixed an issue. Because here's the thing. The Knicks went on a 9-game. Hold on.
I'm not holding on.
Push the thing a little bit in there for me.
See how he turned what I said into a lie. Right? Because I never said the Knicks started immediately. I said Knox in the rotation, 2 games under 500, and the Knicks finished the season 41-31. And you just took what I said and twisted it into a lie, live in front of everybody.
Okay, so let's not forget what the crux of the conversation is here. So let's
the first question, right?
The first question and the only question.
Go ahead, Sarge.
Is Tom Thibodeau the coach, the right guy to lead the New York Knicks? Right. That's what we're talking about right now.
I personally believe that you could have got the same result from a Mark Jackson that you got from Tom Thibodeau.
That's subjective.
Yeah, that's my personal opinion.
Okay, I give you that. I give you that.
Are they from the same element, the same under the same tree?
No. So this would be my pushback, right? Based on the question and the resume that Tom Thibodeau has put out. So this is what we're evaluating. Based on what he has done this season, is this the right guy to guide the Knicks along the path of where we're trying to get to? We're not talking about Mark Jackson. We're not talking about no other head coaches in the NBA. We're talking about Tom Thibodeau. Is Tom Thibodeau, based on what he has done this year, the right guy to get us where we need to go?
I mean, that is because like I said, I feel like...
Is he outdated?
Mark Jackson,
Sarge, he's outdated.
I think could have got you the same result, but yet it would have been more. And it would have been more. What's the word I'm looking for? Because one, if you say, okay, Tom Thibodeau knows how to navigate the New York media, I'm pretty sure Mark Jackson can do that also. Mark Jackson knows the New York media as well, right? Is he a defensive-oriented coach? Technically, that's what Mark Jackson is also.
Technically.
I mean, he is. That's what Mark Jackson pretty much... I don't think he's as stringent on it as Tom Thibodeau is, but everything that you heard about Mark Jackson is he's the one that really honed the elements that would made Golden State the defensive team they were. Right. Which was tops of the league.
Right.
During their championship runs.
So let me ask you this. Today, as we're speaking, live at 4:03 Eastern Standard Time on the 6th of June, what is Mark Jackson's head coaching status right now?
I believe he's calling this game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so he's not a head coach in the NBA. That's my point.
No.
That's my point. Whereas Tom Thibodeau is. So
a lot of that is politics, though. That's not his ability to coach. Because if you say he's not coaching because he's bad at it,
Oh, that's not what I said, Kev. That's not what I said.
But why are you bringing up if he's coaching or not?
Because the original question is this. So let's not get away from the original question. This is what we do, right? We have a tendency to go off on these tangents.
Just because I'm saying I'm giving you an answer. You're saying is Tom Thibodeau the right coach? And I'm saying I think we could have had a better option. I'm answering the question.
No, you're not. So that's a yes or no question. It's a yes or no question. Is Tom Thibodeau the coach that will get the New York Knicks where we need to go based on past performance this season? Past performance being the season that he went 41-31 and 4th place in the Eastern Conference. The question is,
here's the thing. Where are we? Okay, here's a weird question.
Okay.
So is the end of the road a championship? Clearly.
So we're going to ask a question with a question. So, okay. So
what is it? You said where we're going. Where are we going?
We're trying to win a championship.
Okay, we're trying to win a championship. That's where we're trying to go.
That's where we're trying to go.
Is Tom Thibodeau the guy to lead the Knicks to a championship?
No, that's not the question. That is not the question.
It is. You just said is Tom Thibodeau. You said is Tom Thibodeau the guy to lead the Knicks where we want to go? I said, where are we trying to go? You said to win a championship.
Right.
So really, that is it. Is Tom Thibodeau, I'm taking this out and I'm taking this here. Is Tom Thibodeau the guy to lead us to a championship?
Okay.
Because if you said where we're trying to go to win a championship, that's where we're going.
Okay, go ahead. I'm with you there. I give you that. Go ahead.
Is Tom Thibodeau the guy to lead us to a championship? No.
Okay. See how easy that was? We didn't have to go around the elbow to get back to where we don't go. But yeah, I agree with what you just said, Kev. I agree 100%. I think Tom Thibodeau is a stopgap. I think his responsibility here is to lay a foundation and to get foundational pieces in place. And then once that happens, we figure out who that talent will be to come in and take us to the next level.
Right.
I agree 100%.
Right.
Yeah,
and so it's the same thing that Dwayne Casey did with the Raptors.
Yes.
The Dwayne Casey took a team that was lottery bound every year, developed a winning culture, right, and got the team as far as he can go. And so for those that don't know what the name of this is, it's called the Moses theory, right? It's called the Moses theory. Moses take a whole bunch of people that had no clue, led them to a certain place, but he could not go any further. The next guy came along and took those people to the place that they wanted to go, that they needed to go. It's the Moses theory. You take them. One person takes them out of a bad situation, takes them all the way to the point where they can see where they need to be, right over the horizon, and then that person steps aside, and then the new guy that had been trained by that guy takes them to the promised land. You know what I'm saying? It's the Moses theory.
Kenny Payne. I'm telling you right now.
I think it's Johnny Bryant myself.
Well, I mean, we'll see what happens. But to Freezy's point, I agree 180%. Right, that Tom Thibodeau is that guy that has to do the grunge work right now. Right. He is that guy that's going to take the brunt of all criticism. Right. Hey, Tibbs, why are you not making the proper rotations? Right. Why are you not playing this player? Why are you not playing that player? You know, he's going to take that. But at the end of the day, what the outcome of all that is going to be, because we don't, to Freezy's point, we don't know what conversations are going on, you know, but behind the scenes, and shoot arounds and film study or whatever. We don't know what those conversations are.
Right.
So I have to believe in my heart of hearts, right? Again, I always go back to the front office, and this front office is nothing new, but what you do have to give credence to is this.
This is something new, Sarge. I'm sorry. This new front office is something new. So,
well,
he's talking about the transition, Chop.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Right. So I say all that to say this. I think that these guys are at least willing to have a conversation. Even if they don't agree all the time, and I promise you they don't agree all the time, but there's a conversation to be had. Whereas in previous eras, then people go off to their little corners and pout and get their little Rubik's cubes and sit here and play them, whatnot, and drink their tea and have the masseuse come in and rub their shoulders and then make a bad decision.
Right.
These guys not doing that. Every decision they've made thus far, in my opinion, has been spot on. And as long as they continue down that path, I think we are destined for greatness. Finally.
Right. And so we were in a weird situation. Like, so the thing with me is I understand with y'all theory. I don't agree. I think Tibbs can win us a championship, right? But the thing is
you really think so?
Yep. Like when you ask Romulus, you like Romulus.
Romulus. I wanna. That name sounds dope. I wanna be Romulus.
So Tom, hit me out on it. So you go to Romulus and say, Romulus, I'm gonna build a city and name it after you, but I can't build it in a day.
Right.
Romulus would be like, of course, because a city built after me, named after me, can't be built in a day.
Because it's got to be great.
Right, because it has to be great, right? Because the achievements, the things that we want to have in a city named after Romulus, after not only a city, but an entity named after me, has to be the most grandest thing to ever exist. And you can't build that in a day.
Right.
Right. And so after the city was named after him, Rome was not built in a day.
The way they're saying Rome wasn't building it. Yeah,
right. So it's this thing like we legit are like, you know, when for instance, like when you go to Japan and you order this Kobe Wagyu beef steak, right? When it comes to your plate, arrives on your plate at the table, right? You like, oh, this is the most beautiful thing that I've ever seen in my life, right? But if you
beautiful thing in the world is just like that.
Yo, big up Keith Murray, G-Man. I'm a headbutt you when I see you. Like, oh,
yeah,
that was dope.
Hey, no doubt. But Chop, when that steak arrives at your table,
right, it
doesn't look like it did in the timeline 2 to 3 days before that.
That's a fact.
It don't look the same, bro.
Fact.
These things take time, and so you can't criticize the chef, you know, because of what the cow looks like, because the cow is not the finished product.
Right.
The cooked steak is the finished product.
I agree.
Right. So we criticizing Tibbs in the beginning of the process because things didn't go the way we wanted to go. But Tibbs knew, and New York Knicks fans knew, that we were not winning a championship this year. Right? We knew that for a fact. When we, as soon as we won,
like deep down inside, we knew it, but we was just so hype of the season was going on right now. The whole season, like, like we here now, like we here. You see the people. You saw the people outside Madison Square Garden. They stopped the trucks and everything. They're like, like imagine, right? So, right. We gotta relax, is what you say.
I can't tell.
We gotta chill.
I can't tell y'all didn't think y'all was gonna win a championship.
But because that's because you have a loser mentality. You're a loser.
I have a loser. What? So wait a minute. Stop. Stop.
Hold.
I had a losing mentality.
Hold on.
He said no. You should have said glass half empty.
Hold on.
Sometimes you got to be optimistic, sir.
Before Kevin blows a gasket. Yeah, I need.
This what they do. I like it.
Take 5 deep breaths, right? Take 5 deep breaths from me real quick, right?
Just take
because what I'm about to say, I'm gonna need for you to reflect on it and think about it before you answer the question I'm about to say.
Hey, Sarge, he still didn't get that pillow to put behind his neck, right? He didn't get that pillow.
He need the airplane pillow.
Now he got one. It's a brown pillow, bro. He got one. He got a brown.
Oh, all right. No, but it's not. Because okay.
Good. Okay. So this is the question I have for you, Kev, because the statement you just made resonated with me, right? The remark that Freezy made. Freezy, what was the last remark that you made?
Kevin's a loser.
No, not that one.
Oh, okay.
we were talking about
Knox not coming out or what?
No.
We
We talking about the process. I'm talking about the process.
Right.
We talking about the process.
The process and then the Knicks fans and how they felt about the season and where we are. Right. Okay.
And with Tibbs.
Right. So I'm going to paint a narrative for you. So Kev's response was, key word. Words mean something, right? When you say words, they mean something. You said, you guys, y'all.
No, I said a lot of y'all.
No. That's not what you said, Kev.
I said a lot of y'all think
no, that is not what you said. Do not make me rewind the tape, Kev.
You probably think that too, Kev.
Do not make me rewind the tape, because what you said was y'all, basically, paraphrasing or delusional. Is basically what happened right there. So I want you to go back, not today, not right now, but after this is over. Look at the timestamp, 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 58 seconds. You'll have to go back probably about a good 20, 30 seconds to get your response of what you said. And
when he said that, it made me think about Back to the Future. Remember when Michael J. Fox came through and the white guy was like, "Oh, you're killing my pine." He was growing pines.
So, I mean,
look at that Tom Smith.
The only reason I bring this up is this. So I would never, ever, ever want anyone to question Hoodie Kev's fandom. That would never happen, right?
Right.
Hoodie Kev is a New York Knicks fan, right? I truly believe that in my heart of hearts.
Right.
Now, what could be misconstrued is some of the things that Hoodie Kev says, and it could be taken out of context. My job here is to make sure that Kev's comments remain in context, so that no one takes him, out to the woodshed for something that we don't even need to go there. So
right. Because, all right, listen. Because what Uncle Freezy's question was, and I know the chat has comments. I don't know if anybody's reading the comments from the chat.
Somebody said Hoodie Kev is a Nets fan. Okay.
Hoodie Kev is not a Nets fan, bro.
He is not.
Because in my mind, as great as Thibodeau is, he rallied the troops that we had under Fizdale, right? Fizz, with the glasses, yeah, right. But I think he's still an assistant coach.
You know,
he could be a Woodson, a defensive. Listen, y'all talk football all the time, right? With all the defensive coaches and offensive coaches. So
yeah, absolutely. I agree. But I think that in the mindset and in keeping with the topic of the show, Tom Thibodeau is the right guy for right now, right? I believe he is that personality that is able to kind of mold and gel the players that we have a whole bunch of journeymen on our team. Name one player on our team that is not on a 1-year contract.
Frank Nikita's still here. I'll be watching all the shows in the morning. I'll be in the chat, boop, 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 right? And they're like, oh, Frank Nikita's like Ray, he's still here. They'd be like, Ray. I'm Frank Hobbs too. Like, please, you know how we talk about, so like, right. You're right, sir.
So this is where I want to go with this. And I don't want people to get this misconstrued. Because immediately, I'm talking not even 30 seconds after the double zero or the triple zeros went across the scoreboard, I was on Twitter, on YouTube, and I had people, hey, we got to trade Julius Randle. We got to tear everything down to the ground floor, and we got to go out and get it. So none of these people have actually sat down and gave a legitimate thought as to what we need to do moving forward, based on where we are right now. Right. I had a conversation with Hoodie Kev on a couple of different aspects of what we needed to do, right? So for those of you that don't give Hoodie Kev the credence to listen to his takes and not be.
Man, I love Hoodie Kev.
No, listen, but here we go.
Y'all better give it up for Hoodie
Here we
Kev.
go. So give Hoodie Kev his credence when he starts talking about. Now, what we're about to go into right now, this off season, the summer league, where we start talking about contracts and free agency and this and that. That's if you don't know, that's Hoodie Kev's space. I'm telling you.
Now listen. Now you see what you just said, Hoodie Kev, and I'm gonna let you go too, because in the New York Post this morning and yesterday, they talking about going after disgruntled players like Damian Lillard, and if they playing right now, right? If Kawhi Leonard loses this game,
clickbait, all this clickbait, Chop. That's all it is, clickbait. So
that was in the newspaper though.
But they gotta sell papers.
They gotta sell papers. They gotta put stuff in the paper to make you want to go buy it. That's all that is.
Could this be another whole Carmelo Anthony situation? We just trading everybody just
yeah. It's so what the
Damian Lillard, Kawhi.
What newspapers and mainstream media does is they got algorithms out there just like YouTube, right? They got algorithms out there to see what people are talking about. Who are the people that the masses are interested in? So as soon as Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers were out of the playoffs, of course, the very first thing I saw on my Twitter feed was the New York Knicks are interested in Damian Lillard. I'm like, all of a sudden, really? Miss me with all that, right?
There's certain things that people don't. There's certain things. Okay,
because we're gonna get hyped, you know, fans. We're gonna get hyped, like,
There's certain things.
Sorry, Kev.
No, you're all right. There's certain things that aren't true. Like case in point, when the Portland Trail Blazers were eliminated, the New York Knicks had already called Portland, right? Which is true. Which is untrue because they can't.
Right.
Because the league year, the trading deadline has already passed. And that would be called tampering.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
So the New York Knicks cannot make any kind of formative inquisitions about Damian Lillard until the new league year begins, which will be after the NBA Finals.
And that is actual factuals, but don't you think like people like Worldwide West, they look like remember the movie Posse with Big Daddy Kane and them, like Worldwide West and Leon Rose, they remind me of them. Like,
let me tell you something straight. Worldwide West, he is an executive with the New York Knicks. If Worldwide West was found out by the NBA league office to do any kind of back channel communications with any player with the Portland Trail Blazers.
The league taking out first round picks.
Yes, the New York Knicks will get fined and penalized. Because he is an official executive with the New York Knicks.
So I don't want to get this twisted, right? So let's not act like that this is not going on in the NBA right now. Let's not be naive. Because regardless of who Worldwide reaches out to, his people got people that get to the people he wants to talk to. That's going on right now, right? Let's not be naive about this. But the only thing I'm saying is this, and this is how and again bringing it back to center because we're talking about Tom Thibodeau. Let's not get off that.
Yes, he's an assistant coach in my mind, a great defensive assistant coach.
Whoa! Time out.
All right,
Every once in a while, I see something in the chat that piques my interest, and Lewis.
Salute the chat.
I do not want to mispronounce your name.
And where's Rafael Diaz?
Lewis Hedges.
Yeah,
Hedges. G-Man, I'm sorry to say, I would trade Obi Toppin, Emmanuel Quickly, Kevin Knox to get Damian Lillard, the number one in the. I'm guessing that's supposed to be the number
two
draft pick. So
this is what the trade is gonna be.
No. So first of all,
So like a Carmelo Anthony situation again. Now we have to give up so much for Damian Lillard.
Nope, we're not doing that. So, Kev, remember that conversation we had when people talk about all these trades and these hyperboles they want to see, but they don't understand
35 years old.
Or what it would take to get that player to be on this team. What it would cost holistically. This is Lewis. So, Lewis, first of all, let me do this. Let me go ahead and get my book out. Let me do that.
Oh, he taking names.
Sarge, I'm gonna mute myself, Sarge.
Okay, you good? You good, Chop? Lewis. What's the Hedges?
Hedges. Yeah.
Okay, Lewis, you're in my book right now. So I mean, and that's no threat, but just know that on this day, on the 6th of June in 2021, at 16:24, that's military time. For civilian-minded people, that's 4:24 in the afternoon. Then I'm coming for you.
It's almost time for formation.
It is.
And I don't even want to do double time. My birthday is 6/12. My birthday is 6/12. June 12th. I don't want to do no double time. I'm not messing with the Sarge.
The thing that you do to pique my interest is when you start talking about Obi Toppin, right? I'm not even gonna go there. What I'm telling you is this: when we start looking at realistic options to be able to bring talent into the team, you have to look at it holistically. What will it cost the team? How many assets is it going to cost the team? Because I'm telling you right now, regardless of what we think about Frank Ntilikina or Alfred Payton, Obi Toppin, RJ, Knox, whoever it is, a team has to be, they have to have a certain mindset to say, these guys are valuable and they can be a benefit to our team before I make a trade.
Sarge, that's the question now. Because with that on the line, are we going to give up certain players that we have here? Do you think that for Damian Lillard, or we're going to stay the course?
So I don't know, Chop, to be honest with you. I could tell you what I would do if I was in the front office, but I'm not in the front office. I can't tell you what these guys are thinking about, because I promise you, after Game 5, when we lost in the Garden, the front office didn't just start making plans of what we're going to do in the offseason. They've been talking about this the whole entire season. They've been evaluating talent based on the play in the regular season and then play in the postseason. They looked at all this, and they're putting all that together to figure out who we can package to get whatever player that we're looking at. And I have to believe in my heart of hearts when people say that the Knicks have reached out to a Damian Lillard. I believe in a certain pocket in the NBA, someone has said, "Hey, Damian, hey, would you be interested, to come play with Julius Randle?" I have to believe that question has been floated. Now,
it's probably been.
I believe it has. So
it's probably better for his brand too, right? Like
exactly.
Freezy always said, like on Hulu. Damien, when you say Damian Lillard on Hulu, like
Damian Lillard. The only thing Damian Lillard has told me over the years is that Hulu has live sports. That's it.
Look, you got the cash machine to shoot money out. All that. But I think that what people tend to do with this type of information is they embellish it, right? Because they want themselves to be bigger than the story. So anytime someone tells you something, if it was just factual information, they would say, "Hey, listen, this is what I heard. This is my source," and blase. But when they want themselves to be a part of the story, they say, "Hey, I'm Mark Berman, I'm Woj, I'm Ian, or whatever my
Adrian
name is."
Wojnarowski.
Yeah, and this is the story that I have. Think about that for a minute, right? Before we even get to whatever the story is, we have to establish who is telling you what the story is. So, I question that. But at the end of the day, Damian Lillard, I mean, it is what it is. It's too early right now to be getting into free agency and who could come and who could not come. First of all, we need to address the draft. That's the first step. We need to talk about that. But back to the question in hand.
Now, Randall, what about Julius Randall?
See, Randall, to me, again,
they're gonna have to re-sign him. I don't know.
Again, I think that once we get closer to the draft, things will become a little bit more clear as to what the front office wants to do. We can hyperbolize all day long about what we think should happen, should not happen. But what I like to do is I like to speak about, things that are factual, right? And take a whole bunch of, assumptions out of the equation. Now, once I know, or think I know, foundationally where the Knicks are trying to go, then we can make some educated predictions as to what we should do.
Right. Like no calculated assumptions. Calculated assumptions.
Exactly.
Assumptions.
Don't sit here and tell me that we're about to get Chris Paul, we're about to get Damian Lillard, we're about to get what's my man name from we're about to get Big Cat and everybody else. We're about to dismantle this whole team, and that's going to be our starting five. We're not having that conversation because that's not realistic. We're not going to sit here as educated basketball fans and have that conversation.
Because what I want to know is because a lot of the fans that represent and come through on the show and they on the chat, they know more and they know a lot. So who they think is coming back? If you read in the chat, anybody in the chat to see what's going on, like what you think is going to happen now? Remember, it's vacation time for us. So who's coming back? What we going to do? Who we signing, if you will, or
Okay, so again, I think that this is all going to be predicated upon the front office and realistically, what is the future of the team? What is the path for this team moving forward?
That goes back to the question with is Tibbs.
Exactly. See how I bring things back to center chop? That's
I'm going to get to eat right quick because it's 4:30 and I have yet to eat anything today.
Get some cereal and milk.
Hey, hold on for a second, yo, mods, man, y'all taking this power to the limit, bro. Y'all banned Cully.
What?
Really? Come on, y'all.
Cully's my dude. What happened?
Hey, man, we taking this Avenger power to the limit, bro. I mean, we kicking Cully out. We blocking Cully.
They watching. You know what? They watching the DC Legends. The Legends.
You cannot.
Then alternate reality.
You cannot time somebody out because they have an opinion that you just don't like.
Right.
As long as you're not cursing. As long as you don't curse. Chat, you gotta relax. No disrespect, nobody. Curse. Your opinion is always welcome, man. Come on, man. We all family, man. Come on.
Yeah, they got Cully. They got White Falcon. Y'all got
White Falcon always be.
Y'all got Ismael Rivas and Gregory Castillo. Come on,
man. You know we always are.
Come on, y'all. We got to be a little bit more. We got to be a little bit more lenient with the family, man. Some people deserve to be blocked, but come on, man. G Money, come on,
man. We all family. Stop that. Oh, yeah, I can't even believe that.
Y'all. I'm going through. We got Robert Paul. Come on, y'all.
That's what I'm saying, y'all. Yeah, mods.
Warren Franklin, somebody on one right now.
Is this an alternate reality Knicks fans? We lost. The Knicks fans is mad. The mods is mad. Your mods, y'all gotta relax.
Like I said,
what you did, Kev? Hoodie Kev, you did something to the mods, Hoodie Kev.
I would hate for
pull a chip out.
Uncle Freezy to have to take and strip some of y'all from this.
We ain't trying to do that. We just got to be more careful, y'all. And maybe it's just one rogue mod. I ain't blaming everybody because the mods do a good job. The mods do a good job.
That's crazy.
Yeah, some of them named G Money. Come on, y'all. Somebody out there. Just somebody out there that they want to.
Let me go get something to eat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to go feed my kids.
Yeah, I got it. I'm about to get off. I didn't mean to stay on this long. I just want to stay on for like an hour. Yeah. So I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. I'm gonna wrap this one up.
What's the answer to the question for you?
The answer, okay. So the answer to the question is I believe Tom Thibodeau is the right guy for the job. I do appreciate the fact that we did gather data and in order to best support our individual answers. Right. So my answer is that. Well, your answer may be something different, and I'm not mad or won't even disagree with your stance. What it is in my opinion, I'm basing it on some things that I saw. That my only real disagreement is when people just throw flagrant, disrespectful stuff out to the argument itself.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody was to say something like, he just stood there and didn't do nothing. I mean, come on, bro. People don't get paid to do nothing.
Right.
He's always screaming up and down the court. Oh,
right. Yeah. People don't get paid to do nothing, bro. I mean, we don't live in that type of society no more. People want more and more for their dollar, more than they ever asked. You know what I'm saying? Like you, when you even go order food, and to the person in front of you, they be like, "Yo, can you put some more napkins in the bag?" They want more and more for their dollar than ever.
Right.
Now you're not lying. You know what? I be wanting more honey mustard sauce from McDonald's. Like, give me some more honey mustard. How much you want? I give like $3. Like, 15, 20 of them.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Whatever female in them, like, yo, hook me up.
Yeah.
$2, like, get $2 extra.
I want to leave with this. Did you know? Here's an interesting fact. Next season, the 7 highest paid players in the NBA are all point guards and or playmakers. The 7 highest paid players are Steph Curry, John Wall, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Chris Paul, Damian Lillard, and LeBron James.
Wow.
Point guards.
Wow.
Point guards. And then Prigioni said in the post, Hoodie Kev, Prigioni said, "Oh, that's the best pick the Knicks ever got." Oh, he bigged up the guy we got from Argentina.
I don't know if he's the best pick we ever got, but
no, that's what he said. It was in the post. Oh, you read the back. Read the post.
If he knows some of the players the Knicks have picked up over the years, but
that's what he said. That's the best pick the Knicks ever probably picked, if you will. Villadova, right? That's his name.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Luka Villadova is not better than some of the Knicks draft picks of the past.
If Prigioni said it as a point guard, I think.
If Luka Villadova has a better Knicks career than Patrick Ewing, then I will.
But he's an international player. We don't want to compare that. Let's not do that. Let's not compare that.
Hold on, Chop. Hold on. I won't care to finish that since you or what, Kev?
I don't even know what I'm going to do. But if Luka Villadova has a better career with the Knicks than Patrick Ewing has,
probably might. But I don't want to compare that.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to find a plate glass window.
I'll do it.
Hey, so the old school one.
So Hoodie Kev, y'all doing the Knicks at Night podcast tonight?
Let me know, because if you're doing that, I'm gonna need to take a nap sometime during the day.
Well, I will again be at work again tonight. I ain't do the 16 hours, just 8. But I'll be on if you'll go on. Do we have a topic that I need to do some research on?
Oh.
So Freeze already said he's not gonna be there, so it's up to you on what the topic is gonna be.
Y'all know Clippers beating Dallas, right? Sorry.
No, yeah. I'm watching the game.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I would like to. I mean, if we do, we do. I'll probably call Uncle. Oh, snap, crackle, and pop. Yeah. I mean, we can. I don't know. We'll talk and discuss things. See how they play out.
Okay. Well, let me know.
I know I'm hungry.
Yeah, because I got to get out here and go do my thing because my kids looking at me side-eye right now like I'm about to be their meal, so I need to go feed them.
Uncle Sarge, can you give something for the people, for the fans, and then Hoodie Kev too as well? Because you know what? We rode this whole season and we was live and lit, and we see CP out there from Knicks Fan TV, and they show the stuff with the people on the streets, that energy that we have, can you give something for our Knicks fans, man? Come on, man. Because, like, I'm hurt. I've been hurt. I didn't come on for a long time. Like, mama, you're like, oh, like, all right.
So, Chop, this is what I would tell you, right? So
for everybody, for us,
for Knicks Nation, right? For everybody that is watching right now, and everybody that will rewatch this podcast, I'm telling you right now, the Knicks are back. We're back. You know what I'm saying? There is no deception in the fact that the New York Knicks are back on the map, right? So we are part of the conversation. So if you are a New York Knicks fan, now is the time for you to come out in public, come out of the shadows, right? You don't have to hide anymore. You don't have to be ashamed to say that you're a New York Knicks fan.
Despite our L.
Exactly. That L doesn't matter because we weren't supposed to be there, Chop. We were not supposed to be there. So the average.
Well, Vegas, they called it what, 20 games, 22?
Yeah, 22 games, but we won 41 in the season. So we overachieved. And then not only did we overachieve, there were a couple of milestones in there. We were on a 9-game winning streak. Nobody saw that coming. Then after that happened, we're the number 4 seed in the Eastern Conference playoffs. Nobody saw that coming. So, you know, and a lot of this was predicated on effort from the guys that we had on the team. And that speaks volumes for
and from the coaching staff,
team
and
effort.
everything else.
The front office, the coaching staff, everybody was bought in.
This answers Freezy's bloody question, yeah?
This actual thing, right? So at the end of the day, we have to be thankful for what we were able to obtain and the things that we were able to achieve. Here and now, being bounced in the first round of the playoffs, most people will look at it and be like, well, whatever. But you got to look at who else got bounced in the first round of the playoffs in 5 games.
LeBron and them.
The defending NBA champions. Same
That's
thing.
like a song, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. LeBron and them. Remember Sesame Street?
Yeah, absolutely. The same thing happened to the defending NBA champions that happened to the New York Knicks. You know what I'm saying? So before all the naysayers, and I know the naysayers are going to come and be like, oh, this person did this person did that. I'm not interested in that. What I'm interested in talking about the team, the New York Knickerbockers, right? We lost the first series in 5 games, the same way that the defending champions did, and take it from there. Well, and Miami got swept. Thank you, Robert Paul.
Yes, they did. Miami got swept too.
Yeah, they did.
Yes, Paul.
So you what Long Island says, can't compare Knicks and Lakers. Not at all. Laugh out loud. Yes, you can, and I'm gonna tell you why you can. Because the Knicks.
I wasn't comparing nobody. I was just saying.
Well, no, you can in this aspect. So if I pose the question that says, who are the NBA teams that lost in 5 games in the playoffs? And who are you going to say? Would the Lakers be involved in that? Yeah, they would. So I need you look, listen, point blank period. And then I'm gonna go cook my people some food, right?
Yeah.
This is what I need Knicks fans. This is what I need Knicks fans to do. I understand that we're emotional about our basketball team. I'm a very emotional character, and I believe in my New York Knicks, right? But I'm also a realist, right? So what you can't do is you can't pose false narratives to fit your argument. And when your argument goes sideways, then you jump on a whole nother ship. We're not going to allow you to do that. So what you say, I'm going to hold you accountable for. That's what this little book right here is about, right? That's what this book's about. Because we forget when we get passionate about things and we start talking out the side of our necks, right? We forget what that conversation is about.
Because your mouth don't know no better. Remember that old school saying, you talking out your
hold on. Otherwise, he informed me that I'm not in my proper position. So let me get here.
Speak, Lord.
So Knicks fans, understand this. Understand you being passionate about our basketball team, I am as well, right? But I need for you to mean what you say and say what you mean. Be informed about your opinion. Don't come up here with no random just this is what I feel. Cause I was at the barbecue. I had about 4 or 5 of them boneless wings or them riblets or whatever the case may be, that potato salad, and I'm feeling a certain kind of way. We're not gonna let you do that. We're not gonna let you. We're gonna hold you accountable. So when you come up in the lion's den, I'm not telling you don't come. I'm just saying when you come prepared, baby. You know what I'm saying? This is we like to be informative about what we talk about up in here, right? We like to send you away with a point of view that you can kind of build upon. And that's what allows us to grow. You know what I'm saying? So the Knicks, the Lakers will definitely retool. I don't care if the Knicks will retool to win the championship. Lakers will retool, whatever. Okay, that was about 15 seconds of my time that I probably would never get back. But you know what I'm saying? It is it is what it is, baby. Hey, listen, Freezy. First of all, thank you for having this platform during this time of day. I needed it for my soul. My soul was thirsty. Man. It was real thirsty. You know what I'm saying? And I thank you for taking your time to allow us to come together and have this fellowship and let these Knicks fans have an outlet to actually talk about something that's productive as it pertains to the Knicks.
Right. Hey, man. Hey, no doubt. I see my man Ryan Cleveland is on, so I'm gonna jump out the way and let Ryan have his time. I might jump over there with Ryan, man.
I might do that too.
And throw a live grenade over there. You know me. You know what I'm saying?
You like to roll some gas grenades in the building and then dip out.
Yes.
So fire in the hole.
Hey, so Kev, I didn't. So you gonna do the Knicks at Night podcast, or you want me to get Nick Gas to do it?
Oh my God!
I'm just asking, just as a because if you busy, bro, I ain't. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand we've been rocking at odd times, and we ain't trying to take up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm gonna say an old saying.
Kev.
What is understood does not need to be said.
Oh boy. What? Okay.
Golden child.
Hold on. I'm gonna say it. Freezy? No. So you almost made me cuss right there. So
what? Nick Gas like that spot though, bro.
You almost made me cuss. So this is what's gonna happen. Kev, if you have something else going on, or if there are competing requirements before the start of the show, right?
LV.
If any of that is going on, call me. I'm about to turn my phone up on high. I'm about to turn the volume up. I'm gonna turn the vibrator on so I get my phone and all that, right? So what would not happen? What would not happen is the person, and I love Nick Gas. I love him to death, right? But what would not happen is he would not be the host of a Nick at Night podcast as long as I'm breathing and drawing breath on this earth. That is not what
Nick Gas wants to be Dan Rather.
He wanted to be Dan Patrick, bro.
Who's Dan Patrick? I know Dan Rather.
If you understand who Dan Rather is, you understand. Like I am
Kev and Gas. I want Nick Gas and Hoodie Kev, and I want the Sarge.
I
don't believe Freeze almost made me cuss, man. You know how long it's been?
I'm saying I ain't trying to do that. What I'm saying is
I think that's what you're trying to do.
I'm trying to be respectful of people's time. You can't just take advantage of people's time, bro.
Right.
That's just what it is. And my man is like, yo, if Hoodie Kev ever slip on a banana peel, I'm not gonna catch him, but I'll stand in his spot, take his spot though.
Is he pulling the Hoodie Kev?
That's what he's saying, yo, if Hoodie Kev ever slip on a banana
Thomas. Remember, Kurt Thomas used to do that too, and under the post.
Is Nick Gas trying to pull a Hoodie Kev with the banana peel?
No, man. My man just like coming on. He, you know what I'm saying? He just like rocking with the Knicks at Night pocket. He liked this setting, bro. He a part of the family. He like rocking.
Like Chop say. Oh, see?
I love his. Yo, he got his own something there.
Let me get
Oh.
Ron Cleveland got a dude with a Portland Trailblazers jersey on.
Let me get
But yeah, let's get out of here. Let's go over there with Ron. Hey, Kev.
He got a mellow.
Here's some interesting news. That Jason Kidd, the guy who Damian Lillard wanted to be the head coach of the Portland Trailblazers, basically said, "Nah, I ain't doing that."
Right. Nah, I feel you. I saw it. I figured we'd talk about that on the Knicks at Night podcast, but
I'm open to it.
Okay.
I'll see you tonight.
All right, y'all.